right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to another Sideline Strategy, where we have an expert talk you through quick tips on how to level up your game within SalesLoft. This week, we have our very own Erin Antoville, Drift Playbook Genius Master, to talk to us about the value of optimizing your learn more paths in your playbook. So welcome, Erin.
Thanks, Brynja. Hi, y'all. As Brynja said, I'm Erin. Excited to share one of my favorite things in the system with y'all today. We're going to talk about optimizing your learn more, your marketing path. I think this is something that kind of gets forgotten in Drift, so it's something I like to make sure my customers are paying attention to. Um, Right here, you can see I've got my standard engage all. This is just a mock-up of it. And within each of these flows, I'm tagging that flow as where we're going. So are they going down that sales path? Are they going down that learn more path? Use these tags to determine where they're going within the conversation. So that's the first step, making sure that you have this tagged appropriately. And then the second step is after we're running it and we're ready to start evaluating and seeing how people are reacting to that flow that we created. The first thing I'm going to show you is in our chat data report. So one of my favorite things in here is to pull in and report out on how many people actually were tagged with that learn more path. And you can also add in a filter of what what playbook you're looking at, so you're sure you're evaluating the right playbook that you're looking for, right? And then from there, you can also pop in with that sales tag. So I can see, okay, how many people in the same conversation in the last month went through that learn more path and then raised their hand as that they want to speak to sales. So really, when we're looking at the optimization of this flow, I want to know what is converting the most people. What content are we presenting that they are finding effective and helpful? And how can I use that to determine what our future state flows should be? And also, I have a lot of customers that use that to drive what additional content they might need to create. So you can filter this down in any way, shape, or form, see what people are interacting with. I really love this. Save that, make sure that you're following along with it. Now, if I want to actually see which asset I'm presenting is actually sitting with them correctly, you can come into our reports and then you're going to actually click into that playbook. So I've got that open right here. And then you do, of course, have the conversation flow report within the system. What I find is that a lot of my customers have a bit of a longer flow, so this is a bit harder to read. And one of my favorite things is to see how many people are actually clicking those and how they're interacting with them. So I'm actually going to pop into this conversation tab right here, and you can change the dates for the time frame that you're looking for, and then you're going to export that CSV. Type in your email address, and what you're going to get looks like this. I'm then going to download that and pop it into Excel. This one doesn't have a lot of responses because, of course, it's just test data. But from here, I am going to run a pivot table on this. So I'm going to pop in with a pivot table, create a new sheet. And then from here, I can see, okay, cool. Out of everything that I fired, how many people, oops, sorry, Rose, there we go. How many people selected that they want to learn more and how many people selected that they want to speak to sales? So we've got 5 and 2. And then from there, when I go down that actual learn more path, this is what I mocked up in here. Yours, of course, will probably have some more options in there. I can see which responses people are clicking the most and then focus in on those assets, continue to nurture that flow that way, and see which ones of these are, when we get to the next question of, hey, have questions, our team has answers, let's chat. As soon as I start pulling that in, let's see how many people are actually converting from there. So we had 2, and then you can dig into the further conversations so to see if they're actually converting. So I think a lot of times with that learn more path, it becomes kind of like I'm just browsing and we let them navigate the site the way that they want to. But I think that driving the conversation and taking the customer or taking the site visitor from start to finish and giving them more of a directive flow I see a lot of effective um, playbooks with that. So that's how I think of it when I'm optimizing my learn more path and making sure that what I'm actually presenting is resonating. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for having me, Brittany.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Erin. Champions, if you have any questions for Erin, please make sure to drop them in the comments and we will see you next time.